Yesterday's historic election has shaken the world up, and today everybody's waking with, either shock or joy or so many different emotions. Today is a highly emotional day. As one Canadian friend jokingly said, he understands how The Walking Dead starts after this election. It's kind of this idea that maybe we're entering the apocalypse. So no matter how you spin it, this election is a symbol. And it could either be a symbol of backwards progress and destruction, or a symbol of shaking up the status quo. But there is a third option that I want to propose for all of you who are really feeling shock or grief or rage or despair. You can look at it as a symbol of awakening. Often we need to be shaken up in order to awaken. We get woken up when the ride is bumpy. When it's a little bit smooth and we can ignore the little bumps, then it's easy to stay asleep. And there's no judgment about those who are sleeping or those who are awake, because a person is valuable even when they're sleeping. They're worthy, they're good, and even people who you believe are full of hatred, are not quite what they might appear to be. I had a chance to speak with one of my American friends this morning, someone who did vote for Trump, and I wanted to listen to understand their position. And I have heard several friends speak on this and have really put aside my own concerns and fears and just really sought to understand why they would vote a certain way or why they were feeling the way they did. I want you to know that there is goodness everywhere, goodness in Americans, goodness in Canadians, and that people come to their decisions based on their life experiences and what they've come to understand. And so over the coming months and years after this election result, there will be many new awakenings, more understanding, but the main thing is that this third symbol of awakening is to awaken to love, not to fear or hatred. I know that there's a lot of people who feel that speaking about love is a form of New Age bullshit, and I can understand why that might seem that way. I jokingly mentioned yesterday that, it's not about ejaculating mantras. It's not about spouting feel-good rhetoric. It's about what you can do every single day. If you believe in being an activist, whether you are a political activist or a spiritual activist, your role is not to focus on the fear, focus on the hatred, but to understand why people do the things that they do. And in your own unique way, learn to contribute to a deeper form of compassion, a deeper form of power. And compassion is a real power. It's not a passive thing. It gives you a clarity of mind and an ability to see through a lot of patterns and to take right action. And so my days are devoted to helping people get out of fear and believe in themselves. And so what is your day going to be about? Your actualization is tied to the actualization of our planet. So if you get yourself out of survival mode, if you become truly compassionate in this lifetime, if everyone did this work, the planet would no longer be in the same place that it is right now. I went from having no friends, no allies, and feeling desperately lonely and being deeply triggered as a human being very aggressive and actually almost physically violent as a human being, to being someone who's peaceful, who contributes to my community, who has supported others in their growth. And I've been able to actually do something in my life because I changed my cynicism and changed my hatred into compassion, into belief. If you believe that humans are stupid and a virus, you're not going to be able to contribute because you're going to, through that hatred, only going to attract more of it. Those that scare you, cause you to feel judgment, then I ask you to look deeper and really study the situation and understand why we're here today. Anger is a form of life force. So take that life force and ground yourself. Go walk barefoot outside for a moment. There is actually a truth to being in nature because it's so grounding. And we spend all this time on the internet and it's a powerful tool, but we need to also reconnect to people and to nature and to recenter ourselves and not let this shake up our commitment to what we have come here to do in this lifetime. So whatever it is that you love, learn to love it even more. And those that you feel are the underdogs of society, give your time to them even more. And the things that you value, the integrity, the nobility, the beauty of things that you care about, help share that so people will love what you love. And we only protect what we love. You have to find the thing that gives you energy, the thing that gives you inspiration, because that's what you're going to have to focus on. That's the fuel that you need. And maybe politics is not where your strengths are. Maybe you can contribute by learning how to grow food, by maybe helping children grow up in a safer place. Maybe your environmental efforts are where you need to continue to focus. Maybe you're growing your family is the best thing you can do. Maybe contributing to your schools, to your community. That's where your strengths are. Maybe creating beautiful art is how you can help this become a more beautiful world. Our creativity comes not when we hate, even though that can be a source of creativity, but our deepest, most inspired creativity comes from when we learn to love. And I'm going to share this other video that I made a while ago called Breaking Good, your best response to the world news. And it's still true today as when I first wrote it several years ago, and then I made a video about it. I want to share it again today, and I hope that you'll use it to refocus your energy, because there's a lot of energy today, and it's not negative. It's actually really powerful to feel shaken up, to feel your life force moved, because sometimes when we're sleeping, we don't feel our power. And right now you have a chance to feel helpless, or you can feel extremely committed. And that's what I wake up today feeling. I feel extremely committed. And if it does come to an apocalypse, then in this apocalyptic time, I'm going to give it everything I've got to the last breath. And I invite you to do the same. A lot of people have been so disillusioned that if they even woke up a little bit to want to do something, to want to believe in something, it's a start. So wherever you stand right now, use your life force wisely. Watch the Breaking Good video. So I've actually given very significant steps that you can take to shift this shock and this energy. I hope that you will feel this life force as an opportunity instead of as a devastation, and to look at the third symbol of this election as a chance to recommit yourself to your life path. And lots of love to conquering fear and hatred by transmuting it with love and understanding. I'll see you next week.